Welcome to World's Finest, the weekly DC Comics review. As always, I am Phil, and with me is Lilith Hellfire.
Hey guys, are you ready for DC Week number 4?
They're probably like, are you two ready for DC Week Unit 4?
I think this is the best one made.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. You probably didn't read Teen Titans number 9, did you?
No, I'm kind of out on that for now.
Yeah, I don't know. Superboy's kind of always wanted for... He's been framed for killing a bunch of shape-shifting aliens, so everyone thinks he killed a bunch of humans, so he's being hunted. That part's decent, but basically the Teen Titans are, like, split. Red Robin, Beast Boy, Bunker, are all trying to hide Superboy, protect him, but meanwhile Wonder Girl and I guess we have a Earth 1 Power Girl now. She was caught in an accident, like when the original Power Girl was leaving this Earth for Earth 2, and she kind of got some of her powers. And they also have Kid Flash. I'm guessing it's part Alan. I don't think they've come out and said it, but wasn't he basically imprisoned in like the 30th century, like at the end of the last series? I don't know.
No continuity! It doesn't matter, Phil! Isn't it great? Sarcasm.
Are you saying it should be DCN, N for no continuity?
I told you, it should be Clusterfuck Comics. I want the fans to petition for them to change the names to that. Especially with the Batman situation that's going on. Change Detective Comics to Clusterfuck Comics. There we go.
And the last page is Wonder Girl finds him and comes crashing through the door. And let me just say, how old is she supposed to be? 17? I've never seen a 17-year-old who looked like that.
I have. It's all the hormones in the meat, but that's for another conspiracy fight.
No, these are looking more like implants than hormones.
Oh, also comic book.
Yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, Sailor Moon's only 14 and Hubba Hubba, right? Say it. She's consistently voted one of the hottest anime female characters.
Yeah, but it's just like with this, I thought they were trying to get away from like the teenage boy audience and like bring in like a more diverse audience.
They just meant boys and not necessarily women or girls or whatever. Just like black guys, Asian guys. And well, big two is kind of a common denominator for life. Whatever puts butts in the seat.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'll give it a 2.5. It's there.
You do realize that's what I gave Power Girl and Harley Quinn last week. I don't think it's that bad. It couldn't possibly be.
I don't know. I didn't read Harley Quinn and Power Girl, and you didn't read Teen Titans. So.
I mean, was it one big boot joke and women losing their dignity every other panel?
No, but
compared
like
to,
I said,
the rest of the run to date.
Yeah, I mean, this second series, these 9 issues, they haven't really. I mean, I guess they're a team, but they just seem. Half the time they just seem like friends hanging out, and I don't know. Besides Red Robin, most of them don't even seem that heroic to me.
Wow, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like an epic legendary team.
Yeah, I know.
Like, if anything, you should be getting the teen demo. They've always kind of resonated teen issues without, like, the Spider-Man angst, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I think they try it for the teen stuff, but it's more, once again, like the, texting and...
Selfie stick.
Yeah. Ooh, look, I want to be famous. Yeah, stuff like that. Do you want to do one that I didn't read? Probably any of the number 1s, because I don't think I have a number 1 this week. No.
Really? You didn't pick up We Are Robin number 1? Really? No.
No, I was on... Why? Is that good?
I figured you might want to pick up the Robin titles just out of sheer nostalgia or, Batfam loyalty.
Yeah, but, I mean, was there any familiar Bat characters in this?
Sure. If you want to stress definition of familiar. No, I actually like
so people dress like familiar?
Yeah, something like that. It's coming right out of the pages of Batman, although that's not saying much, It's just a bunch of teenagers running out around Gotham who adopted the little R patches, which is why we got in our freebies the little Robin patches. See what they did there?
Oh, the tattoos, yeah.
See, it's no new Robin. There's hundreds of new Robins that you can get to know. And then the main guy that wrote this was Lee Bermeo, who did Joker and Suiciders. I was really enjoying the first 3 issues of Suiciders, so, you know, I like the art definitely the most about Suiciders, so I was excited. This looks fun. This is like kind of like Gotham Academy, but more of an urban feel, I guess.
Okay.
There's going to be some interesting Robins to come out of this, definitely. And it's lots of action. And I really loved the composition of the panels. And, you know, not too many splash pages. And this looks like a book that's actually going to have a lot of character development, in my personal opinion. That's what I like out of my comic book.
So as a Bat fan, you recommend that I should pick this up?
Yeah, I gave this a 4. Then again, you're
a 4 from you, yeah.
So I don't know. Like, it just kind of...
Oh.
You know, it made me feel how, like, when I first read the 80s run of Teen Titans, like, oh, man, this has the potential to be great. You know what I mean? But, like, they're kids, you know? And it's just, like, and I'm barely, like, able to relate to, like, the kids these days, especially the way that the comic books think teenagers act. But it was really good.
Yeah, and you gave this a 4. I have to pick it. I'll give the first issue a try.
You know what? I'll send it. Shame on the Bat Fam loyalty, Philip.
I was on the edge. Okay, moving along. You probably didn't read Deathstroke, did you?
No, sir. I have no interest since you told me they de-aged.
Oh, yes. De-aged. He has 2 eyes. I don't know what to think of this new storyline since they came back from Convergence. Basically, he's being hired to kill a god. They give him, like, some kind of magical sword. And to get there, he has to sneak on the Paradise Island, and there's some kind of magical door he has to go through. I like the art. I guess the story has potential, but it just seems weird to mix Deathstroke with, like, I mean, metahumans is one thing, but, like, the more mystical Wonder Woman stuff, yeah, I don't know. Well, he sees Rose at some point. Even she says, pretty young. You know how creepy this is?
Wow. That's kind of funny, though.
Yeah. And we weren't, before Convergence, I mean, we had Batman show up in the book of sales, but guess who showed up on the last page since it's on Paradise Island? Hint, hint. Yeah, everybody Wonder Woman comes in and tells him to surrender, so. Deathstroke number 7, I'll give it 3.5.
You didn't even pick up Green Lantern Lost Army? Like, I literally picked this up thinking you were gonna maybe cave and pick it up.
You read Green Lantern Lost Army?
Yes, I actually did. The reason why I actually decided to pick it up is because I don't like Hal Jordan. I've been wanting to get back into Green Lantern, and this one said that, you know, they had John Stewart as the leader of it, and it said that it was also going to be not going to get dragged into the sister book that is the regular Green Lantern title anytime soon for, like, the first, like, at least 8 issues or so. And with the other previous spin-off Green Lantern titles, they usually get pulled into the main event with Hal Jordan, and I didn't feel like dealing with it. This one promises me that it will be quite a while before I have to see Hal Jordan's face in this, if at all. So,
yeah, because just from the main Green Lantern book and from what I've seen them saying, I guess everyone except for Hal Jordan and even like Oa or whatever's gone. So, like, Hal Jordan's the only Green Lantern left, and then John Stewart and everyone else are somewhere else.
Yeah. So I was actually really excited about that. It's actually my pick of the week. What a difference a Hal Jordan absence makes, huh?
A Green Lantern book, your pick of the week.
Yeah, I was really fascinated by this. This story totally sucked me in. I ended up getting the variant cover. So it was awesome. It's the one with John Stewart. I forget who did the cover, but it was really pretty, and hopefully they make a poster print of that sometimes. This is great. I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely staying on the pull list for at least 8 issues. This one gets actually 5.
A 5?
Yeah, I haven't said a 5 in a while.
And a Green Lantern. Really
good. I loved it. The story, the art, dude, when I got to the end, I was like, wait, we're done?
That's what you should feel when you read a comic book.
Absolutely. I haven't felt that way in a while. That's probably why it definitely gets a 5.
See, you're going to make me poor. Now I'm going to have to pick this up, too.
Yes, you're going to want your own copy, the actual floppy, the hard copy to have and hold and cherish.
All right, let's get the one we both read. You said you read Superman 41?
Yep, sure did.
Part whatever of truth.
Like I was saying before we started recording, I did a little investigative research, and apparently this story is non-linear on purpose. I don't know that I agree with that particular choice, but it is what it is, and apparently all will make sense by the time it's all said and done. it's probably going to take about a good 4 months for this whole story to be told throughout the 3 or 4 titles that Superman appears in. So buckle up, it's going to be a long arc.
I mean, I could see that if that's the plan, they don't want to be quite so linear. But I mean, just for like a casual fan, I mean, this would be pretty confusing.
Yeah, are there casual Superman fans? I mean, I know I'm turning into one, but
yeah, but just maybe that kid who picks up Superman for the first time, and it's just like it's totally different from what I read 2 weeks ago, or what.
Well, see, I actually thought that this was because this was Jean Lewin Yang's first issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was actually kind of a fresh start from what I remember the previous writer doing.
Yeah, I mean, the fresh start, I just think they should, like I said, just for the casual fan, even if just on the last page they put a checklist of, the reading order, and I don't know.
I get what you...
I mean, it was a decent story, but just some of the stuff in here, like Clark letting those federal agents take that woman, if they were even federal agents.
Yang's interpretation of Superman as a street-level superhero, I felt like he was kind of getting back to his roots, because it gets tiresome dealing with other superpowered beings because they can't figure out another way to ratchet up the dramatic effect.
Yeah.
I thought he brought it back down to a really good level.
Well, yeah, I guess that's why he used his new solar flare power to basically take out a walking 3D printer.
I know plenty of people who say they really have a problem with Superman having all those powers, being able to do so much. And so the solar flare power is like, because he's vulnerable afterwards for so long, it's kind of like a happy medium for a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess that's to depower him, I guess, but I don't know. It originally seemed like they wrote that as like a last resort thing, and it seems like every issue since he discovered it, he's been using it.
Maybe he's addicted to the human feeling. Maybe that's a whole nother story.
There you go. See, why aren't you writing Superman?
I could never write Superman because of all the clusterfucks that have happened between the time I fell in love with him to the time I fell out of love with him. And while there is time to save Superman, I don't think they're actually really that interested in it. I don't think they're interested in their Trinity anymore.
Yeah.
It's just a feeling that I get, and it's a shame.
Or they don't know what to do with them, you think? Just because they've been around for so long?
Yeah, I mean, Marvel found a way, and Marvel and DC are copying each other left and right with their initiatives and their issue plans and all this other stuff. So, I mean, Marvel found a way, so DC, there is a way to do it.
Well, you think DC's just counting down time until Batman v Superman?
Yeah, and they see how that pans out with the fans or whatever.
Because I just have a feeling, if not before, once that movie hits, Superman's getting his powers back, Bruce Wayne will be back.
Well, yeah, that's going to happen. I mean, we're talking, it's literally a year away. So, I think we're going to see it definitely by the time the kids are back in school, honestly. Don't know about Wonder Woman, but Batman and Superman will be back on track by September. Mark my words. So, what did you end up giving this title as a rating?
3.5. I could talk about Batgirl 41. We get some good scenes with Barbara and her father, and he says, "I just wanted you to hear, in case something happens to me, I wanted you to hear it from me, then instead of somebody else." He's like, "I didn't want there to be this big secret between us of one of us leading double life or something." Yeah, but then this I don't get. He's telling Barbara, yeah, he's like, "I've been tasked with bringing in all of Gotham's vigilantes." Yeah, he tries to arrest her Batgirl later. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. If there's one in Gotham who was, on the side of Batman and his people, wasn't it Gordon?
Yeah. I was kind of confused. Like, did I hit my head?
Mm-hmm.
I guess we need conflict and drama for the conflict and drama, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be brilliant if they were, like, showed that he knows that she's Batgirl and he's just, like, kind of, unofficially, that, tell your friends this is the warning, if I'm seen in public, I have to look like I'm trying to arrest you guys, but...
I did like the classic cartoony style, and they kind of have toned down the word balloons and let the art do its own talking, which I really appreciate.
And they also had Livewire.
Yeah. I'm neutral on that.
You think that's an attempt to bring in more female villains?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, especially one who kind of already has a name instead of just, like, inventing a new one. Oh, so you did read this one?
Yeah, I mean, I thumbed through it. I just haven't been feeling this new Batgirl lately. I mean, it's supposed to be a fill-in arc. Honestly, this run, so it's just kind of like, I don't know, and that's all it kind of feels like to me with these particular people behind at the range right now. No offense to them, it's just what it feels like. I haven't been a fan of the new changes either.
Oh, yeah.
It's been bumpy for me with Batgirl, unfortunately.
Like I said before, I think they're trying to bring in more teenage girls.
Teenage girls are too busy watching Hannibal, making flower crowns, and crying over Sam and Castiel on Supernatural. Good luck with that.
Crying over Supernatural? We talking about teenage girls or
No, seriously. Supernatural has a huge teenage... That's what I mean. They're so out of touch with what actual teenage girls do and watch that it's kind of really ridiculous. And I know for the life of me, they need to fire their marketing firm and who's ever making their focus groups because they are so out of tune with what teenage girls are doing. It's crazy. I mean, young 20s? Like that... Girls in their 20s are taking selfies and being drunk at the bar with no panties. Not the actual teenage girls, like 12 to 17 that they want. No, they are off doing their own thing and, you know, being special snowflakes. And I mean that in the best way, not in a derogatory term at all.
Okay. They need, like, I'm sure it costs an arm and a leg, but how about some, like, let's advertise Batgirl during Supernatural?
I'm saying, I don't even... Because I buy my stuff digitally, like, there's no ads in my stuff. I don't remember the last time that I actually saw any advertising. I mean, if I wasn't already buying comic books, I don't know what would entice me to do so. I don't know, I just find it weird that they say they want it, but it doesn't feel like it by all the decisions that they've made.
Well, it says a lot of big business these days. You know, they want the maximum return, but they don't want to spend the money or, like, you know, they don't want to take big risks.
I don't know. I hope the book shapes up to a better condition where I can actually, like, want to put this back on my pull list. I just kind of check in every, like, 3 issues or so to see if it got better. It's basically what I've been doing.
Yeah. Well, I did like that they had Livewire better than, like, some of the villains they've had in, like, the last arc or two.
Hey, what'd you give it?
I'll give it a 3.
Okay. I'll be nice and say a 3.
Did I bump you up?
Yeah.
So do you have any more number ones? I only have one book left, my pick of the week, and I'm sure you know what that is.
Oh, I wonder what it could be. I actually did read Justice League 3001. This one is like a 5.5. If you like the original Justice League 3000, it's the same team. They make a lot of in-jokes and references to the previous run. The art is great. The story is tight. It has everything you want. Action, adventure, comedy, drama, really great characters that suck you in. The artwork was absolutely great. I love this issue. I don't know if they can keep up this high quality caliber cohesive storytelling, but the first issue definitely makes me want to see where the next 6 issues.
Did you say 5.5?
Yeah.
Wow, this must be the Mona Lisa of comic books for
I really enjoyed Justice League 3000 though, and like I told you last week, when we got the hint from Convergence, I was like, are they going to bring it back? And they kind of did, and they did it even better than the previous run, and they really went out of their way with this one. I was just really blown away. Yeah, the number ones this week were great, and I think, you know what it is, honestly, is that it was moderation. There were only 3 number ones, and I wasn't just like trudging through exposition and all that stuff. But yeah, they did a really good job this week with the number ones. I mean, Green Lantern, me liking the Green Lantern, that's my pick of the week.
I know.
Justice League, the only reason why I wouldn't say Justice League 3001 is my pick of the week because I don't know how relatable it is to the DC fandom as a whole. Because I know that the Justice League 3000 title actually didn't do really big numbers, which is a shame. You guys should definitely go back and get the back issues. I'm pretty sure it's on sale on Comixology next week, I think. So, 99-cent issues, man.
Well, that just goes back to our theory that, you know, a lot of DC's best work is all their out-of-continuity stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're throwing out their continuity. They're trying to make all their books out of continuity.
I don't mind it, but you kind of have to tell me where your book is coming from in the initial setup or in the back or something. You can't just spring it on me and expect me to do the research. I have a busy life.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think you will actually really enjoy it.
Damn, you're going to make me poor. I'm going to have to look and check these out.
Sorry. Sorry, Phil's wife.
Tell my child why he can't get new shoes.
Oh, I'll buy him a pair of Superman shoes.
He already has some light-up Superman shoes, thank you. All right, did you get anything besides the issue
You know I got He-Man. Like, I don't know why I keep pushing this damn title, but it is so good. Has so much complexity and depth, and it adds to the actual original. Like, if you were a fan of the original He-Man, fills in so many gaps. Like this arc that we're on right now, we're looking into Skeletor's background with the like how he started out in the evil horde, and yeah, right. We're getting to like the rebellion on Ithra and everything, and so and the main villain right now though is Hordak. So it's just like this really great juxtaposition and these really great flashbacks, and it's got this really gothic vibe in the artwork, but at the same time the colors pop. It's just so interesting. I'm just really fascinated by He-Man and the Eternity War. It's only at issue 7. They're good, fast-paced reads. I'm telling you, if you guys are not reading these, you need to be. Dan Abbott has been knocking it out of the park every single week. Really loving John Boy Myers with the cover art, and Edgar Salazar's art is just so amazing. It's very Hellblazer-esque in the art, artistically wise. So I'm just really digging it. Yep, I gave it a 4.5.
My pick of the week. I mean, I've been waiting for this since Convergence was over. I don't know, that first page, man, I got the feels on that first page, just Dick trying to contact Bruce and there's no response, and he's just like, come on, please just pick up and tell me you're there. Although that confused me, though, because on the last part of Endgame in Batman 4, he wasn't Dick there dressed as Batman trying to, like, fool the Joker?
No continuity, Phil. Don't think too hard.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm like, wait, so you're saying Dick took off before he found out if Bruce was alive or not?
Sometimes you just gotta go DC logic.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know, this comic book is kind of self-aware, and I like that, and I love like the links to like the James Bond films that they've been doing, and it's kind of weird seeing like Grayson be this playful and sexy kind of title, because Dick for me is so just like hard-nosed and fastidious, and all these other things that like sexy and playful are like definitely nowhere near the word cloud that describes Dick Grayson.
That 2-page dance scene.
I don't know. They had a lot of fun with this, and I like it. Like, I was really kind of against the original idea, like the first 2 issues. I was just like, why did they do this? But it's fun for while it lasts. Eventually things are not gonna stay this way. This isn't a permanent title, so.
Oh, it's not?
It can't possibly be.
I kind of assumed that, yeah.
So, enjoy this fun, Dick, this changing Dick while you can. And, we'll get back down to business before Batman Superman. So within the next year, I can totally see this title being phased out, and he jumps back into something more classic.
Yeah. Do you think there's a more fun vibe here because he's not so closely under, like, he's not under the umbrella of Batman's missions so much?
Yeah. I think it's a fun change of pace, unlike Superman.
I mean, yeah, Grayson seems to be with Bruce Wayne missing, Grayson seems to be the big moneymaker now, because, I mean, isn't he teaming up with Midnighter again at some point, and then he has an annual, then he has this, the Bat Fam can always be counted on, even Batgirl, for really good sales, Say what you want about the storylines, people still identify with most of the Bat family, and they get a lot of the lion's share of money that he makes. It comes from the Bat family. Of course.
It's de facto Batman. Anytime he's missing in action, he's de facto Batman. Everybody knows it, so he needs to stop having those damn existential crises.
Yeah, I mean, he's been Batman how many times now? Where you think by now it's just like, oh, okay.
Maybe his memory gets erased, like in Men in Black, every single time it happens.
Ugh. That would be some story. Batman like wipes his memory every so often.
So did you give this a 5 or?
Yeah, of course I did.
Okay, I gave it a 4.5. I'm just waiting to go back to that classic Dick, though. You know what I mean? Like, this is fun while it lasts, but I just want to get back to basics. I want things to get back to normal.
Yeah, I miss Nightwing, but any thoughts on who the killer could be?
Barbara from Gotham.
Oh, hey, aren't you Barbara Gordon's mother?
Oh, it could be anything. I think they're going for a really big twist, a nonsensical twist, actually. So, I that's just kind of the vibe that I'm getting, for it to be a twist for the sake of.
Yeah. This was issue 9. I think they showed the cover of issue 12 in September. It looks like Dick's going back to Gotham.
Although that's too many issues in between. I'm not going back to Gotham.
Well, 2 issues until then, so I wonder if he'll wrap up this murder mystery thing, and then...
He's like, you know what? Bruce is missing. Screw y'all. I gotta go.
Exactly. And then, someone's going to be mad that he lied, that, let them think he was dead. Probably Barbara.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be Barbara. There were some other things that came out though that we should mention. Let's see. We didn't talk about Aquaman 41. I'm kind of disappointed with Aquaman 40 right now, the arc that it's going into. So I'm gonna wait about 5 issues and then get back to Aquaman. Injustice: Gods Among Us Year 4 number 4 came out as well. Batman 66 number 24 came out. Gotham by Midnight number 6 came out, and Effigy number 6, and Suiciders number 5. Big thick list this week.
Alright, shameless plugs and self-promotion. Ladies first.
Well, you guys know that you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. I am on Tumblr at itslilithhellfire.tumblr.com. I have a blog that's dedicated to comic books, movies, TV, just pop culture junkies in general would probably enjoy it. You can find me on littlepopculturevulture.blogspot.com. I also do several podcasts. It's summer, so that means I'm doing Welcome to Beacon Hills, which is a Teen Wolf podcast. I'm also doing Primatech Files, which is a Heroes and Heroes Reborn podcast. And, of course, Channel 52 for all your DC comic book news-related needs. All found on the Southgate Media Group network of podcasts, of course.
Of course. Everyone, you can get a hold of me. Email me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I'm at nightwingpdp. And if you want to contact us specifically about DC Comics, you can get a hold of us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/World's Finest Podcast. And I'm on a whole bunch of podcasts for Southgate Media Group. Before the Bat, Flash Arrow Power Hour. I do some Marvel stuff. I do a Marvel review also, and the Super Connectivity podcast, both of those with Charlie Esser. And I have a Batman and Flash Arrow blogs. And Little's favorite, the True Believers Marvel blog I'm a part of.
I like what you write there, mister. Like you're being a smarty pants.
Thank you.
Because you're talking about mostly classic stuff that I can totally identify with. I totally agree with you about the thing.
Thank you. Yes, most of the stuff I write for that is, like the classic stuff I read as a kid. All right, is that it then? All right, everyone, join us next week. We'll guide you through the world of DC, and remember, the truth is still coming, whether you like it or not. Good night.